for something. Yeah, now she better ride.
This is fresh off of the following holiday of Thanksgiving. Fresh off of me hopping off a plane, and fresh off me having one of the most dangerous matches in pro wrestling national American history.
Bloody.
Whatever you want to call it.
Bloody.
The work never stops, though. Episode 69 of the Swerve City Podcast. We had to take the nice little trip down to here in South Beach, Miami, and it was only right that I bring my boy Teasy. He just came back from WrestleCade this morning, actually. So we was both hopping off a plane.
Both.
Yeah, we were both grinding. We was both busy. We was both working. It's been a hell of a weekend, hell of a week, hell of a month, actually. November was a very great month for myself, Teasy. Just dropping a new track with Rich Boy.
Yes.
He's dropping some music.
Thank you, brother.
I'm in the studio with Chase the Money again. I'm going to be working on some stuff, man. I took a little break from music for this month, though, because wrestling just picked up like crazy.
Me too, brother. Me too.
And then podcast been bumping. Avion Crockett just happened to be in Orlando. We just happened to have him on the podcast.
He's funny. He makes me laugh.
Hilarious. Didn't realize how long he's been in the game. He's been like killing for a while.
Me and him is like probably the same.
Yeah. Actually, around the same. Yeah, he's
not the same age, but probably same in the industry.
In the industry, he's talked about being in Def Comedy Jam, the first years of it and stuff. So it was cool. But enough about us. You've seen what we've been doing. You can watch it on every Wednesday nights at 8 o'clock on TBS. Check out TZ's youtube.com/Swerve City Podcast. See what he's doing and other channels with TZ Table. You got an actually new revamped TZ Table. That joint's beautiful set. Awesome. You had Kyria Hogan on there. Check out that. But without further ado, we got to bring in a legend in hip-hop right here. One of my homies. You've seen him with me on Wembley at All In, walk out with me, doing the dance with the fire in front of 80,000 people. Yes, it was 80,000, you little don't try to take them numbers away. You saw him with me, Flash Garments and Nana, dancing around in Wembley, in London town.
Doing the Nana.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to my big homie, legend in the game, DJ Whoo Kid.
You guys did it better than me.
I just got my voice back. Yeah, yesterday, it would have been really ugly. It would have been crackling. I had to do like 4 interviews in one day, so my voice was shot by 8 o'clock.
I know how that feels, especially when I do the hot boxing podcast.
Oh, my God.
Tyson will have like 5 or 6 in one day.
Oh, my God.
My voice is just...
What?
Yeah.
Beat.
5-6 podcast?
Usually it's like... The minimum would be 3, but the last one I did, we did like 5, so...
Oh, my God. Who's on those?
It was like, Ric Flair's daughter.
Oh, Charlotte
Flair.
Charlotte, yeah.
Like all these crazy motherfuckers, man. Like Jake Paul. A lot of them got released, but he'll just like throw me like 5 A-lists in a row, and I'm just like, and then he'll throw like some like political dudes or some medical motherfuckers, and I'm like, yo, man, I didn't even.
No prep.
I'm not a surgeon. Like, what the fuck? Big words to get T.I. or somebody in there, man. I can't talk like, tuberculosis and superlative or whatever.
And Mike could be
superlative. He was yelling at me.
Mike could be long-winded, so I know them podcasts be long.
That'd be mad long. I think if you come and hang out with the BTS, it's like, I think the BTS is more entertaining.
Oh, for sure. I believe
it's funny. Like, it's fun to hang with them. And it's just weird that I used to watch them motherfuckers up, and
90s kids, bro.
It's the same. Like,
era.
You see like Hulk Hogan, I used to see Jake the Snake. I used to see like all these cats back. I'm an old school wrestling dude, but watching them as a kid, but then when you grow up, they're your homies. It's like, what the
wild.
Yeah, it's just like Tyson's like my homeboy. Like,
it's
wild, dog.
It's weird. It's weird. It's like weird, like you be like, dang, this you can go to this person's house and just like hang out.
Yeah,
chill.
Kids, wife, everybody's cool with me. And it's the same, like, in my eye, it's cool when you become like a unicorn in the business where, I've watched like countless people. I was a fan, and now the fan is like cool with like 99% of the industry. Like, Snoop Dogg is like my best friend. I used to watch NWA. I would never think that this little Haitian kid in Queens, sleeping in an attic, listening to Doggy Style, and then like years later, he's like one of my best friends.
Talk about that growing up in Queens, man. Like like your what was your first attachment to hip hop? Where you found that first like love and like, yo, this is something that I'm passionate about, and this is why I want to be attached to the rest of my life and my career.
I'm from Springfield 111th, which is like the Twilight Zone of Queens.
Yep.
Yeah, we call it Shadyville because people would die, but it never reported.
Oh,
But it was basically a company I made up, and then it became like a gang because I guess it sounds so gangster, but it just bugged out. But where I lived specifically, down the block in Murdoch, DJ Clue was like my neighbor in Envy.
Oh, wow.
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 And then like to the right, like a block up, L Cool J lived on Linden Boulevard. So we see L Cool J walk back and forth to go to the park. And then to the far right is Hollis. So Run DMC, Russell Simmons, everybody would be like just lingering. So and then 2 blocks from my house was a guy called Tall Stretch, R.I.P. Tall Stretch.
R.I.P. man.
Yeah, he was down with Live Squad. So Tupac used to walk up and down my block with Stretch to get like, I guess Chinese food in a 40 ounce or St. Ives or whatever. So I think one day my father just was punching me in my head. The Haitians make you kneel outside, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was kneeling, and then he came back to punch me one more time, and then Tupac saw my dad. That's the only connection I have with Tupac, which is so embarrassing. I never met Biggie, but Tupac, the only time he saw me is he was with Digital Underground. He wasn't even a gangster Tupac.
Yeah.
Like the weird dressing hippie.
Yeah.
And all that. But he was getting beats. I guess he was doing like album cuts with Tall Stretch back in those days. But it's just like that's the only connection I got with Tupac. So he laughed at me, said, "You got up or whatever." All I remember, I was kneeling and I was crying. So he walked off laughing and shit with Stretch. And then, but it's just like where I lived, it was just too much going on where 50 Cent, who was called Boo Boo at that time, used to come up there, do what he do with the streets or whatever. He was very much a bully, beating everybody up that owed him money and shit. He's still doing it till today. Using social media to get it by Monday, you know what I'm saying? But
Man, digital bully, cyber bullying at its finest.
but back then he was physically getting his money back. But it's just so crazy that my curfew, I used to have to stay in the grass. I used to have to try to sneak out because Haitians don't let you go out, so you have to be back at a certain time. So I'm over here watching 50 do his thing, and he's literally like a couple yards from me. I would never think the day that maybe like 15 years from now, we're in front of like a festival with 100,000 people with Eminem. So it's just crazy how the hip hop thing is. Even me just dealing with you, like, how would I come
Full
here?
circle. That story, we told the story on your show, but the fact that earlier the year I was like I was on your show on Sirius. On whose world, right?
Yeah, whose house?
Whose house? Yeah. And first off, that's funny in a connection itself. Whose house?
And then
Swerve's
he
house.
starts screaming, "Whose house?" I was
And
like,
then
but I'm an asshole because I've known you long enough, but I didn't know that was your chant, right?
Yeah.
So I at the Wembley, I had to wait until I'm in front of like 80,000 mother.
to go.
And I'm in front, like on national television, and he's like, everybody screams, "Whose house?" And I'm like, it was like the best coincidence I've ever. Like, it was like, what? I was looking at Nana, like, I'm about to hug Nana. It was just the weirdest thing. I felt like I wanted a hug. Why did I want a hug? I don't know. It was too much. You ever see like white people kiss each other when they escape action movies? Like every time when Indiana Jones escaped like death, he tongue kissed whoever is in front of him. I just wanted Nana to hug me, man, because I felt like it was just too much going on. Like,
He's like, oh my God. I don't know how to take that. But anyway.
Don't say that in Miami.
Yeah, I know,
Don't
right?
say take that, man. Get out of here, man. What's going on? No, I'm joking.
He's like, these are jokes.
These are jokes.
It's funny because I know about your history and how who you were, because I'm from Far Rockaway.
Oh my God!
In the corner where nobody's at but Amish and old people. So that's where I'm from. So knowing about the history and where you're from, and you telling those stories about that area, especially in the Hollis area where all the superstars come from, right? Especially in that area outside of like Queensbridge with Nas and Mobb Deep and all them. So you talk about your early influences. When did you get into the DJ part of it?
Well, the DJ thing is, it was like a hobby. So I used to just do this thing called blend tapes. So I did it for like my uncle and like family members to impress them. And then I don't know. I met Envy, and Envy was like, he introduced me to some kid named Splash, and then I hung out with them a little bit. But I didn't know Envy was DJ Clue's assistant at that time.
Right.
So he was in charge of like getting Clue all the music and stuff like that. So so I just hung out with Envy a little bit. Really, if it wasn't for Envy, I wouldn't be a mixtape DJ because once they kind of like, I got kidnapped by Splash to understand how they would like get songs. So going to the labels, after 5, 6 o'clock when they close, stealing dats and, waiting for like A&Rs to leave the offices, and we go in there and we look at like the CDs, and then once you see like Nas or Jay-Z or Remix, you see Biggie, everybody just either you copy it or you steal it.
Right.
So by the next day, the cleaning ladies, they're not like, they think, we're black, so it's already a racist thing, so they think that we're A&Rs or we work there.
Like you belong here.
Yeah,
already.
so I just forgot something and I'm picking it up, but we're actually like robbing it. One way that I would rob is being parked up and wait, like we'll get times of like studio times of like Jay-Z will block out like maybe like midnight to like 6 in the morning. So all we gotta do is park outside around 4, because he usually leaves around like 4 or 5 o'clock. He don't really stay all the way. So once he leaves, then we go in there.
Right.
This is an example. We go in there and we give whoever the sound guy or production guy like $500. He gives us the whole session. So the whole session is everything, like Jay-Z talking. Oh, play that again. This guy, I'm not going there. You hear everything.
Yeah.
So when we take these dats, they're already like formatted where it's hard left, hard right. So we could put like the talk to the right, and then the hard right will be like either the song and the acapella, or we can take the acapella, do what we want with it.
Right.
But it's unfinished. So this is how, like, I don't want to snitch, but that's how Clue got like, one more chance. Like he leaked Biggie's One More Chance. So the adrenaline rush of like you hiding and you leak something and everybody's looking for you. Because back then there was no Instagram.
Yeah.
You couldn't find them.
It barely was YouTube. So so you being a street legend, like everybody, it was like the best rumor. Like, oh, DJ Clue leaked One More Chance, and it was one verse and a hook, unmixed, not even finished.
Yeah.
But that's all we needed back then, because if we had a hook and a verse and a hook, we could sell that, and then that's how we bought our Lambos, and we were making like, it was like Cocaine Cowboys. You ever saw that Cocaine Cowboy movie?
Yeah.
So imagine like us, like you go to every bootleg spot, every African joint, Chinese, every race, Irish. There's a bootlegger everywhere. You meet them, they buy your masters, they pay cash, and you have like 30, 40 G's. And that's a lot back in the day.
It's huge.
If I was making like 20, 30 G's, and I was laughing, how much Clue was making? Yo? He was number one.
Right.
So,
man, that's like rare cards. Like if you're a card collector and stuff, that's what it feels like. And I miss that kind of like hard copy of a record. I miss that feeling.
You're not gonna see that anymore,
ever again.
But that's why I'm glad that I was part of that era, because, like I said, Cocaine Cowboys, there was no rules, there was no red tape. They had to create rules for even us. That's why Cease and Desist was created.
I was about to say, I was like, y'all kind of created like the reason, like,
wow,
ownership and like,
because
like
the labels, the labels. The day I woke up is when I went to Sony, and I'm in my robbery mode or whatever, like Nations Oceans 11 or whatever. I'm in there looking in the label, looking around, trying to find shit. And then I ran into like this room, and I'm like, oh, what is this? Like, so I asked this some intern. He's like, oh no, that's the list room. I was like, the list room. The list room. Oh no, that's where the label sends to all the record stores. I was like, what? So I just went in there and stole the whole list, Sony list, and printed out the whole list. And all I did was call every store. So at that time, I wasn't married to my wife at that time, but she was like, everybody used to be like, yo, why is this Asian girl calling the record shops? Like, Yeah. They're like, don't. That was like my, that's like my future ex-wife, man. But I had to use a girl to call the stores because,
of course,
I needed like somebody who's like, like you're not. I mean, you could believe who's calling with the product. So we didn't know that we were like literally acting like an independent label. We called like 400 stores, and then I went up to like 600 something stores with COD. So we were sending the CDs, cash on delivery, and then they send it back. They send the money back. So I was like, so then one day, Tower Records, I didn't know what was going on. So I had my ex-wife hit up Tower Records, which is like a major chain at that time.
Right.
And Tower Records was like, all right, send us an invoice. We want 22,000 CDs and 62,000 tapes. And I was like, what? Yeah. So I was like, yo, get these to the house. It was like a sweatshop in there.
Slipping CDs, copying, tracking.
But this is the funniest thing. I stole DJ Clue's machines because those machines was like $3,000 each at Cash, like those double machines.
Was that the ones like the 8 stacks?
Yo, it was crazy. So I went to Splash or Envy, and I was like, yo, I'll pay y'all to use, because he was DJ Clue's assistant. So he dubbed Clue's tapes. So Clue actually dubbed my tapes, Envy's tapes. Like, Clue's the reason why we're all famous, to be honest, because he printed like 80% of my product back then. Yeah. Obviously, the printing companies came in, like the CD duplicators and all that stupid shit. But actually, in the beginning, like, all my tapes was from Clue's machine. So Clue was like, yo, why is my head up all the time? So he would pay like $1,000 to fix his heads. And then we'd be like looking crazy. Like, but I literally moved like hundreds of thousands of tapes from DJ Clue's machine. Man. So from then on, it was just like, we got Tower Records in New York. Then I was like, yo, call Tower Records in London. Call Tower Records in France.
Oh,
so now it's like, all these other major companies started hitting us back. Like, yeah, we want product, but there was no rules with them too. The way the labels found out is if 50 Cent had an album that would drop, the problem is they'll put his album and my mixtape next to his album.
Yeah.
At Tower Records.
I remember those times.
When you walk in a record shop, that's how they, they would pay for that kind of, like a label would pay for marketing to put their tapes up so people could move it faster.
Yep.
But the problem with me, people wanted like the songs that wasn't clear, that was not out, exclusive, whatever. And then it took a while for me to like escape all that. It led to me like getting kidnapped because I was robbing motherfuckers where they were looking for me. Like Noriega, who's now Drink Champs, wanted to kill me. Like mad people wanted to kill me.
And so is that the Big Pun story you told? That around that time?
From that, all that Big Pun, kidnapping, all that is from mixtapes, stealing songs, leaking, hiding.
All right, educate me on the Pun story. I'm new to this. What happened with that?
Well, I was the only one that leaked this one song that no other DJ leaked. But I usually just get the songs and then I just put it on a tape and I just want to just sell and make. So I had these things called, they were like beef tapes. So,
yeah.
So I started with the beef stuff where I would like, if I knew Nas had a diss song, I would call Prodigy and be like, yo, man, I think Nas dissing you, man. Prodigy be like, what? So Prodigy go in the studio now and do a song. So now I would have the verses. I would have Nas diss.
Oh, wow.
So I knew every artist. So I would call, be like, yo, man, I just heard this. What? Yo, get over here. I'll put this together right now. So, I would have like a whole bunch of diss songs. I even have fake diss songs. It just sounded like, rappers rapping subliminal. So I would still make it a versus or whatever. So I had all these beefs CDs everywhere where they were called Set It Off. I don't know if you're a Whoo Kid fan.
Yep.
So I had Set It Off 1, Set It Off 2.
Oh my God.
They were like all beef joints. And then one of them had some pun thing. And I didn't know what was going on. I don't listen to the lyrics. I just put gunshots, Whoo Kid drops, and keep it moving, right? All of a sudden, like, this guy calls me to meet him at Apollo, the DJ. And then I was just like, he said, I'll pay you like back then it was a lot. He said, I'll pay you a G. I was getting like 150, 200 to like DJ, but this guy was like, I'll pay you 1,000. So I was like, all right, don't call my manager, because I had my manager's number on the tape. So back then there was no phones. You had to use a quarter.
Yeah,
to pay for it. So
Well, the way you was running, you needed to use only payphones. Like, beepers and payphones, bro. I wouldn't want to get tracked at all. Like, that's crazy.
So I got a page on my, the beeper.
Yeah, I was great.
Yeah, so the beeper, the page came off. So I had to get like 4 quarters to call it. So I put the quarter in, and then I'm talking to somebody, and the person's like, "We gotta pay you to DJ." I was like, "What? Why is this guy breathing crazy?" So I'm thinking the promoter's up. You know what I'm saying? I was like, "All right, man." So he said, "Yo, come to Harlem. I got the cash, and we'll pay you, and then we need you to DJ with Flex." I just DJ. These guys are smart. I just DJ with Funk Flex. Like I opened for him. It was like one of my biggest moments in my life. Like, because Funk Flex was out of here. So for me to open for him, that's like every DJ. I was a nobody. So I believe that they wanted me and Flex to DJ at this other spot. Yeah. So I go up there, and then I'm in front of the Apollo where they told me to meet him. And I'm like, yo, what the f-? He's like, I hate promoters, back then. So I said, so I was with my cousin, give me 2 quarters. So he gave me 2 quarters. Across the street, I go to payphone again. So I called the same number again because the dude was late. So when I call the same number, he picks up again, breathing crazy or whatever. And I'm like, yo, what the f*** you at? Come out here to Apollo. So I'm talking to Big Pun. The Big Pun's like, yo, who is this guy? Gangster or something? Yo, get everybody together. So he was shooting Banned from TV, the music video.
Wow.
And somebody brought the tape in there. And then it was Nas, Nori, everybody was in the video.
And Jada and all them, yeah.
Everybody listening to this song. So Pun wanted to hurry up with the video so he could come meet me.
Oh, wow.
He sped up the video shoot to come meet my ass. And my dumb ass is chilling. And then all of a sudden, this Benz come with this like Spanish kid in it. And I'm like, oh, they're here. Woo. I got this buddy. Yo, see ya. About to go crazy. You know what I'm saying? So,
I'm out of here.
So we follow this guy. He's like, yo, you Whoo Kid? I was like, yeah, yo. He was like, Whoo Kid. The same way you did it with the intro. I was like, yeah. He's like, yo, follow us, man. We in this other part of Harlem. So I followed him to like a cult, like one of them cul-de-sac shit. Like one way in, one way out. So yeah, so it was like it was like the 3 buildings and shit. Yeah. And then there was a van in the middle. But the van looked like it was hooked up. It had rims. So I was like, oh, Flex is in the van. I'm about to beat this guy. I never met Flex. So I was like, what? I'm going to beat Flex too? So this is crazy.
It's hilarious.
So I go around. So the way they did it, they made me park to the right. They went to the left. So they set it up so perfect. He was like, yeah, man. Yo, we're going to give you the money. We'll get it cracking. So I told my boys, stay in the car. My boy, I had one guy that had a gun, but we from Queens. We don't trust Harlem dudes. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like a bull 38, whatever.
Right.
I think it was a 2-2.
Little, go take a pop.
Little pellet.
I got shot in the leg. I shot in the leg.
That go graze you.
Yeah. The way this guy be bleeding. You would have survived the 2-2.
I got a match on Wednesday. I'll be there.
So the way they did it is like I had to walk around the van where the side door opens. Like in order for my friends to see me, I would have to back up so far away back from the van so they could understand that I was having problems. So when I'm walking, I see like a Spanish kid on the bench. I see another Spanish kid. I was like, yo, this nigga Flex hanging with mad Spanish motherfuckers. This one is Flex. What did he get himself? So I got closer and closer. So now the van is opening, and I'm like, I see a silhouette in there, and I was like, yo, who the f-? So I'm thinking it's like Big Cap, RP Big Cap. I thought Big Cap was Flex's assistant at that time, so I thought Big Cap was in the van.
Right.
Big Cap was huge too. He was a big guy,
big dude, right?
But it was dark, and when I got closer, once I saw Pun, I was like, oh. So in my head, I was like, oh my God, is this about the tape? It can't be about the tape. So in my head, I told myself, nah, it's probably not about the tape. Maybe Pun does want me to, DJ. Right. So I put my hand out like an idiot. I was like, what up? I was like, what up, man? And then somehow he was like, he just went like this. He was like, I don't even know how he did it. He put 2 hands behind his head. He's like, nah, man, come inside. Let's chop it up. I was like, hell no, I ain't coming in that van. So I tried to like back up.
Yeah.
I think when I backed up, my hands went down. Because remember, I cursed him out.
Right.
So he probably thought I was some crazy gangster. You know, when you back up, your hands go down. So he probably thought I was going for something.
Oh.
When I backed up, I closed my eyes. And then when I opened them, I was in a van. all I see is Pun pull out the gun and 2 other Spanish niggas. They all pull down on me, and I closed my eyes. I thought I was gonna get shot right there. And when I opened them, I was like, that's how fast they put me in the van. I was in the van for seconds. You know?
Wow.
And I'm like getting yelled at in Spanish, "Cállate la boca," and all this crazy like whatever paprika and fucking I don't know. I was con pollo. I heard every Spanish curse word in the world in that. And then,
Lord.
And then I was on my knees because I had to. I was on my knees. It's a van. You can't
Yeah.
So I'm on my knees, and then he's like, yelling, "Yeah, it's about that tape, blah 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 blah." And I'm like, "What?" So I'm like, "Yo, I'm gonna get killed for fucking tape."
Over tape.
Out of here. And then all of a sudden, he was like, "All right, man, I'm gonna tell you what to do. Let's chop it up." So he said, "Get up. I want you to sit like in the corner." So when I kind of like got up, I had a tape in my jacket. I always have a tape for promo. Like,
Yeah.
It's the tape, the beef tape that's currently out there. Fell on the floor of the bed. So I was like, all I heard was like his homeboy starts going. I was like, ah. I started yelling. I was yelling with the guy like, yo. And then Punch said, "Get out of here." He shut the door. And then he yelled at his boy, he shut the door. There's always that one guy that want to impress the other guy. So he could be more cool with Pun.
Yeah. I'm trying to be lieutenant. Trying to get promoted.
Trying to get promoted. He was about to shoot my ass or something. I don't know. So we had a nice chat. He was like, yeah, obviously you don't know what's going on. Because even like the car I had like a Honda Accord with the lights that go up.
Yeah.
So I had the old.
Yeah.
You look like you don't know what's going on. I said, I don't know, because I'm not into like streets. I said I do mixtapes. Like I would understand like gang stuff and connections.
That's the craziest thing with like you like being in part of the 50 and that era of the that Wild West.
That's like you get in your boy's car and he's robbing a bank and he didn't tell you.
Yeah.
And you're just like So you're in the car now, and you just can't get out, and the police are chasing you.
But you a part of it now, so you can't even.
I can't even tell the cops.
You gotta just keep moving. Yeah.
So that's the issues I was dealing with back then because there was so much like repercussions from the actions we were doing with the music we were stealing or leaking.
It's funny because I don't think you hear these kind of stories on like of hip hop nowadays. And today's hip hop, like they weren't like it wasn't as dangerous in a sense. As it was then, like there still happens. It does definitely,
No.
But like as far as mainstream artists, I'm not really. I don't know. Maybe I'm seeing it from like rose-colored glasses.
You're actually correct because I feel like if you're not about to like,
I don't think Lil Yachty is about that life.
No. I don't think Lil Yachty got death threats. Like that.
Yeah.
But if you're not like in a death situation, like you're about to die back then, you really didn't do it. Like me being near death situations. The rumor got out like lightning speed, like
that happened. Wow,
like, there's rumors, Fat Joe kidnapped Whoo Kid.
But that's kind of like cred, though.
Yeah, so it's like you become like a hood legend.
Yeah,
good or bad, whether the news is bad or good. It's like 1 week I have the kidnapping, and the next week, I drop like a 50 Cent like this song, and or maybe I even leaked the Eminem song, and he wanted to kill me. You know what I'm saying? And now he's like my best friend. So it just shows how everything is like a full 360. Like Clue went from leaking Biggie. Biggie went on the radio, threatened to kill him. He's like, who is this guy? I'm looking for him. And then he winds up being cool with everybody and becoming Jay-Z's DJ.
I think it's funny. It kind of comes to the sense of like, yo, who is this? He's the outrage. But then you meet him, they're like, I got respect for you for doing that. I mean, you think it feels like that, or
no? It's the respect of surviving. It's not respect of what you did.
Right.
Like like I said, I'm cool with Eminem, so I begged him to go to the Super Bowl with him, and he's like, all right, man, enough is enough. So he said, you could come. I was like, what? So he put me on the list. I did the COVID test and all that stupid shit. So now I see myself full 360. I'm on a golf cart going to Super Bowl with Eminem, like doing rehearsals. And that's during COVID too. At
the LA.
So we're all in a bubble. And then it's crazy when you walk in the bubble, whoever got cleared for in there, like FBI clearance, COVID clearance.
Wow.
Terrorism, everything. So
yes.
I'm just sitting there chilling because M goes to the bathroom and I come back. But then you see like Mary J. Blige comes in. Then Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre's like, what the you doing in here? I was like, and then Snoop Dogg. So Snoop Dogg is like the funniest one because Snoop Dogg is
Snoop
like.
was great when we met him in Miami, man.
He's the coolest.
He was amazing.
He's hands down the coolest. planet. So he said, yo, cuz, how you get here? Cuz I barely could be here, cuz. How you in here? I was like, with the white boy. And it's like, oh, I get it now. But it's just so weird that the being like legendarily in that bubble where it's like Kendrick Lamar, Mary J, like everybody on that stage, and then Whoo Kid. Like it's just like the weirdest.
But to me, we feel like you belong on that stage. We feel like we see you as that.
No, it's cool. It's cool for me to like. Even Jimmy Iovine was like, "What the like? How the you get in here?" Like Jimmy Iovine is like,
that's the guy.
He's the one that wanted to kill. He's the one that was like, he called me Whoo Cat, because I was always like escaping and like like he calls me. He doesn't even call me Whoo Kid. He calls me
Backdoor,
like,
oh.
Yeah, he actually did his documentary with Dre, and then they asked him about me. He was like, "Oh man, we had like," because Interscope would have like, meetings about me. And that. So like, because they created the whole block. Because like I said, rewind real quick. My mixtape and 50's album was like back to back.
Yep.
All these major department stores. So
number ones everywhere.
We started affecting like sales a little bit. But I think it's when we were getting bootlegged, that's when it got really bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But being in those scenarios is like, I'm glad I'm not saying I'm glad I did and still stole and did all that. I wouldn't be who I am today. I wouldn't be like the top 10, that kind of like survived that era,
Yeah.
Like,
dude, that's where like a lot of artists are coming to you because of that. They're hearing the name and
because,
growing and stuff.
Because 50. I mean, I say it all the time. 50 Cent saved my life because when I started dealing with 50 Cent, I didn't have to like steal songs no more. So we started doing, like just one artist mixtapes. So
that's what I want to ask you about, like specifically, right? So I remember. So I'm gonna go back. I'm going back. I love these kind of questions because meeting people that I know from remember my time when I was coming up. So I remember right before I graduated high school. Right, this is right before the Massacre comes out, right? And the first tape that I heard you on was before the Massacre, before the Massacre mixtape that you did, and then. I remember because I was the biggest G Unit stan. I gotta show. One day I gotta have Swerve show you these old pictures of me. I gotta find. I look absolutely ridiculous. I thought I was 50 Cent. I look terrible.
You got the tank top too,
and the hat. It was bad, bro. Like it was bad. I had the tank top with the hat, and I was like scrawny. I was just started working out.
Tank top if you don't fit the tank top, it looks loose.
Dude, it was bad. It cut at the nipple. It looks very weird on me, bro.
If your nipple's too big, it looks odd.
Dude, I was going to the corner store in Queens like that. Everybody was like, "This look like 50. This is weird." Like it was fucking crazy.
$1.
So like when I gotta find those pictures.
Like how you look like Marshall Falk and 50, bro? Come on.
So during that,
I was the backpack era though. I was like, I swore I was Kanye and Common and like in Talib with a purple collar.
Dog, like it's crazy because that's when I first heard one of your mixtapes. And then looking back at it, just seeing your history of how many you did and hosted during that time, I just have to ask you this, like, bro, that was working you, bro.
Yeah, we
like Jesus, all the mixtapes you did, bro.
Monthly, and then it's either monthly or when we came back from like a gig, like we did like 60 gigs. Once we come back, right in the studio, we knock it out, get it out, and we do it all in one night.
Oh my god!
All the mixtapes you do in one night?
One night. 50's like a machine. Like we all go in, Banks, everybody's in there, like knocking it out. Boom, Buck. Everybody's you go in there. I did like maybe the first couple sessions, but then I would just be in charge of like getting the beats or the instrumentals. But
you send them in there with the engineer.
Mike Chico was like, I knew Alchemist, so I back then there wasn't like instrumental CDs, like you get instrumentals, everybody's freestyling or whatever. So I would have to call the producer themselves. So we loved Mobb Deep beats back then.
Yeah,
it was hard. So if you see like a good 80% of the G-Unit freestyles was like over Alchemist.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's his guy right there.
Yeah, that's my homie. We became friends from that relationship, and then I still kind of like stole from Dr. Dre. Like I would always just wait till he take a piss. Go to the bathroom. And I would run up there and be like it's like I'm like the Tom Cruise, man. I'm just like,
I can imagine like,
I got it. Like,
Dr. Dre going to get a Pepsi. Black gloves, come on.
Yeah, it's funny because like back then, I'm even shocked I surprised all that stuff. But he saved my life, man. I didn't have to do that. Then I just was like, yo, I think it's better to just do like a all Snoop Dogg tape, all Lil Wayne tape,
right?
All like then back then New York was running it, so in order for me to move tapes down south, that's how I met T.I., Trick Daddy, all those guys, like Titty Boy. Now he's 2 Chainz, but I integrated all their freestyles into our, and I was like the liaison for them to do freestyles with 50 and shit like that. So that's why you saw that 50 had his album, he had the legal songs, he had the leaks, he had the bootleg songs,
right?
All on the radio. Like I gave them,
I remember that.
And then the reggae movement was mine too. It was a cheat code for me. I was like the Diplo back then. I went to Jamaica and I got all the Buju Bantans. I got all the freestyles from Bounty Killer, and I did like dub plates because I used to DJ in Brooklyn where I used to do the clashes, and then DJs got more popular when they had exclusive songs where the actual reggae artists say their name. But it was easy for me because I had 50 Cent. So getting them to do like, Sean Paul record, all of it was hits, man.
Oh my God.
Everything was like hot.
Elephant Man, all them was coming.
Man.
Yes.
Oh, what a different time, man.
And then leaking, like even like doing that when we did Kingston, a lot of people don't know, like I was horrified to do Kingston because I heard they booed like Biggie or something. I don't know, they threw shit at him and shit like that. So I was like, how are you gonna survive? There's like 100,000 people. And then during like I had to go do sound check. Somebody got killed. Like there was like Jamaicans, the artists was beefing each other. Somebody got shot or whatever, or stabbed, that died. So I'm like, yo, there's like yellow tape there where the dead to be at. So
right.
I don't know, we gonna cancel? And then 50 was like, I don't know, should we cancel? And then the Jamaican dude, the promoter's like, Bumba Clyde, if you cancel it, not gonna leave this country, you're gonna be killed. I was like, what? All right, man. And 50's like, I don't give a f doing this shit. I don't give a f. 50 loved like the
He
chaos.
loved that kind of
He loved that. So, we killed that shit. A lot of people don't know, like, all that shit was random. Like, I saw Bounty Killer. I saw, like, I think it was, like, Elephant Man. Like, all these people that was on stage. And then Bounty Killer f***ed me up. He was like, Whoo Kid, play a beat. Because, I was like, I don't know why I had the whole Alchemist folder on my
Just happened to be
That's
there.
why you hear all those, like, dub plays back then.
Yeah.
That was historically, like, lit because we let all the reggae artists go on before us. But I thought they were going to have their own records. I didn't know it was going to be, like, some freestyle, like, really, like, classic Jamaican style.
Wow.
So all those beats was, like, Alchemist, Mobb Deep beats. But I was just like, I didn't even have headphones. I was just like, and it just came in, like, right on time. I was like, I don't know. There was no Instagram or nothing back then. So if you saw my face, I'm like, going in and out, fading in, Bounty's killing it. Oh, Bumba Clyde. And they started shooting. I was like, yo, like, because they got this thing where they put, like, I think they use hairspray and then they blow like fire.
Yeah.
So I never saw no like that. So once I saw that, I had that on lock. And then when 50 Cent came out to What Up Gangsta,
Good Lord.
I've never seen, it
my.
must have been like 100,000. I never saw so much fire and gunshots. So I told myself, like, if I survive Kingston and Nigeria, I could DJ anywhere.
Yeah, that's true.
I do my eyes
Lions
closed.
Den, bro.
That
was a time you had to be there.
That's
man.
what
Y'all don't
that's
know.
what
Y'all
I'm
don't
saying,
understand.
bro. These youngins don't get it.
Like
man.
y'all talk,
Like,
it's a
we
lot,
were-
but y'all really had to be there.
Y'all
on a time
had to
like this.
be there, bro. Like that time in music and the industry was some of the most legendary. You know,
Dangerous, but like, man,
what I mean? Like, do you like?
but it was a time, man.
Do you miss those times or like
Hell no, I don't miss
now is
that
the
shit.
easy money now?
He likes to chill.
It's the
cool.
easy money
We're
now.
in
It's like,
peacetime. We are in peacetime right now,
It's
bro.
like getting kidnapped every week, man. You just get bail money and you get, or they just pay your shit to get out. It's just.
And then like the mindset of traveling with a bulletproof vest on everywhere you go and going in this building, like not knowing what's waiting on the other side coming out of the building, like, or like what was the feeling of like being in these radio stations, like like you're with like 50, you're rolling with G Unit and all them, and like at any moment they could say something, and it was like, and it could spark something else, like there's like a lot of anxiety with that. It has to be.
It was very like nerve wracking.
Yeah,
some moments, and we've been in a lot of crazy. I've seen everything, and then a lot of people don't know. Like I've been seeing it because even before 50, I used to DJ for Kapoor Noriega. So CNN, they were wild as fuck, and then I toured with Mobb Deep, Redman, Method Man. So that's like a different vibe of like seeing like shootouts and so I became like desensitized on stage where it doesn't make sense for me to run if they start shooting. And when they do start shooting, my brain is already adapted to like seeing everything move slow. So if I can see the women running, I can see the dude pull out, everything is slow. It's like a car, when you have a car crash and you see like it's slow and you crash, it looks fast for everybody looking outside at the car crash. But me, I don't know, from my eyes, it's just like, I can see it. So why would I run if I see homie aiming and he's got beef with somebody else or whatever? Usually people get shot from running or they don't know what
running in front of the
I'll chill or I'll watch or I'll just like go inside the I call it like the man cave at the DJ booth. So I'll be in there like it's just crazy. Like I mean I've been in so many shootouts, man. It's just like whatever.
You make it sound like it's like a comedy almost in the sense of like a South Park episode. Like another shooting. Yeah, there we go.
It's like, crazy. It's fucked up. It's just like it's to a point where it's kind of cool in a way because it eliminates the fear of like going into like, because I've been in like African countries, I've been like like crazy shit.
They try to keep you there. They try to keep you there though.
Yeah, like
it's not like it's not like they don't kick you out. No, like no, you with us now. You us.
I would have to literally see like blood or like I would have to see like my body's like bleeding or some crazy me to be like really start getting nervous because if I survived that whole era. That's why I look at DJs now. You could be a DJ. There's thousands, or should I say hundreds probably like a million DJs out here, right?
Yeah, millions.
But you're not getting what was given to us. Like hip hop chose us.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Hip hop molded us.
Right.
It ate us, spat us out, ate us again.
Yep.
And then we went through a lot of fucked up shit. And we went through a lot of good shit. But you're not getting that now. All you're getting is like the song real quick. It's going to be in your computer, and you can put it in your whatever Serato. You just start DJing. You don't live it to understand hip hop. That's why I be looking at these DJs now. I'm like, yo, why am my grandpa? I just murdered this club, and I was just looking at you, and you're not looking at the crowd.
Fam got the MacBook. He pressed that one button, and he is rocking.
I just don't get it, man. Like, I'm like, you're like 18, 19. I'm supposed to be learning from you, right?
Show me something.
Why am I murdering this EDM set? Why am I murdering trap? It's not even my genre, but I just murdered like, Ultra, or I just did some shit with Waka, like some big festival, like, and then they come to me and they're like, I'm like, yo, bro, you're like 20. You're supposed to be telling me, yo, you need to do this, do that, do this, but
old mother, you don't know nothing about this, like.
But it's from me living, like I lived in hip hop, like I lived it. So that's the difference. Like,
do you feel like you were competing in hip hop at the time too? To get the because like how you were saying, you was like breaking the record. Who could break the record? Who could get?
There was no competition. It was just like organic. It was just like the only person I competed against, like selling to make money, was Clue, DJ Clue. All mixtape DJs hated DJ Clue, like DJ Drama. We all hated him. We said him that like on the mixtape trying to sell, because when he dropped, all the bootleggers were like, "We're good. We got Clue. We're good. We're good."
Damn.
Come to us like in another week or two, because they want the DJ Clue rush, because everybody's gonna buy up DJ Clue heavy. You don't want like another tape with the same songs.
Same songs. Yep.
So
I remember that, man.
So I got so mad. I was like, yo. So I every time I go, they won't take my tapes. It took me a while to get out of that. Obviously, when I started dealing with 50, it changed.
Right.
And then I switched up. I had like celebrities hosted, from like Hype Williams to like I had Donald Trump. I had everybody on my tapes. Like I was like, yo, do some drop. So I had them host. Busta Rhymes was the first one to host my tape. And I'm like, yo, I'm just good. This will be like my added edge against Clue. Clue had the songs. but I would have like Denzel. I would have like I had like Charlie Murphy. Who else was on there? Dave Chappelle. Like a lot of people don't know.
Yeah, that was a good
hosted like even the early LeBron James, like sports stars all day. Like LeBron James, before he went in the league, he hosted. He was G Unit before he went to Rockefeller. You know what I'm saying? Like he hung out with Jay-Z. He was a G Unit.
Yeah.
You know, but that's why he's so inclined to like freestyles and mixtapes, because I would make these guys host. Dave Chappelle was like, yo, come do my pilot. I didn't know it was the Chappelle show. I said, yo, I'll DJ your pilot if you host this mixtape. And so I went, I'll never forget, I walked in there and I did the Chappelle show. So I don't know what the Chappelle show
He's like, what is happening? What's that big old C on the stage?
So they put me like on this pedestal where I had to do like the music.
I remember that corner.
Yeah. So it's like, everybody's like they transitioning or they, getting the next scene done. But I did the first one. And the first one was super racist. Like,
wow,
it was an all-white crowd, and then every time where Dave would do his skits or whatever, you could hear a pin drop, and people were pissed or whatever, because remember, it wasn't on DVD or it wasn't on TV or the Comedy Network. So you got to understand, people are just like, what are we doing here? What kind of is this, right? So Dave is the only one laughing. He loves it. Like he's like, he with their heads, but every time they would go, he'd be like, "Yo, let's go to Whoo Kid," and then the light, they put the light on me, and this whole crowd that hate all the race just saw is looking at me, and I'm just like yo, you see my hand go on to like like literally, like you see my hand every time, like jiggy jiggy jiggy, and then it goes right down, because it was just like the Bills, whatever, the bigs, the black guy in the KKK thing, in the KKK. Clayton Bigsby skit. Yo, people were like, I was like, yo, I could swear somebody got
he came off the block with that. Like the first episode, he's like, we got to hit him hard now.
Yo, super. It was, but it's like I guess it's funny when you watch it on TV, but when you're there, it's totally like people were mad. Like it was quiet. Even when I left,
it's the test audience, right?
Yeah, I didn't think it would. I didn't think they would pick it up. I was like, yo,
wow.
I was like, yo, crazy motherfucker, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yo, hurry up and host this shit before they kill you, man. He hosted it. It was so quiet and people were pissed. It was like, but then it became like this billion dollar enterprise, man. Where it's just like,
that's so wild.
Like, you gotta understand, like all these legends, they with me because I was part of their lives. I grew up with a lot of like the music, whatever else I did.
Yeah,
either I was in the beginning of their career or maybe I leaked a song. I leaked Weed and like Black and Yellow.
Yep, I was about to go into that with Wiz.
Yeah.
So then he came upon himself to like have me leak Weed and Boys. So me and Wiz, like, he gave me like his whole fan base. You know what I'm saying? So,
wow.
But P.I.M.P. was like the biggest shit for me because Snoop had his pimp movement going on with him, back then. So I'm talking to 50. I'm like, yo, man, you have a song called P.I.M.P.? Let me go get Snoop to get on there. So I had to call Snoop Dogg, who just came out of Doggy Style. And he's like, what the f*** is that? What am I doing some freestyle shit? I don't know no free shit. I just sold like 20 million records. So he didn't understand the concept of like doing something for free and leaking it.
Yeah.
He didn't understand the mixtape shit, you know what I'm saying? So I had to fly to LA, and then on some lucky, we had a show, and then I brought him, he watched it, but then I told 50, yo, I'm just gonna go to the studio with him and have him do it. He did the freestyle to P.I.M.P. That was a freestyle, and 50 was like, yo, that is so hard. We're keeping it the way it is. So the Snoop Dogg remix is a freestyle.
The one they did the video with.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm looking at myself like, yo, I came here to do a freestyle. Now I see myself on a video set doing a remix. Like, so that's how crazy powerful the whole, crazy shit went. And then after that, Snoop became like the best friend. Then I did like over 40 mixtapes with Snoop. Snoop was like, I get it. I'm like, yo, how many freestyles we doing? Like, he would do like, I was at his house. I was like, yo, Snoop Dogg has all the like Up in Smoke jackets.
Yeah.
Bro, I was trying to steal them like Death Row original jackets. And shit
Oh,
like that.
God.
But I when you see me, it's not just like, Lil Wayne. I was with Lil Wayne the other day at his podcast on Apple Music or whatever, and he just was like, "Oh shit, Whoo Kid's here," because when he was 14, he brought up Squad Up.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I did all his mixtapes with all his. He had like 30 little kids at a fucking adult party in New Orleans. You know, the Jazz Fest. I got hired to do Jazz Fest, and the promoter's like, "Yo, why are there like 30, 40 little kids outside?" I'm like, "Yo, that's Lil Wayne," but I didn't know Lil Wayne was bringing like 40 children here.
right.
But those kind of like scenarios where it leads to like music where I started DJing for Juvenile. Juvenile is the one that introduced me to the replay machine. That's why when you see me with 50 Cent, there's 2 replay machines. That's from me hanging with Juvenile. Because Juvenile was like, "Yo, I'll do the mixtape with you. I'll do the freestyles, but come on the road with me. You want to DJ for me?" And he actually introduced me to like white chicks. I was like, "Yo." That white chick, because he had backed that ass up. So
That's what everybody thought they had an ass though. Everyone thought they had an ass.
It was so weird. He'll take all of us to like Full Locker, gets all big white tees and like tees was like it was like 15X. Like you know, it's big when this is here.
Yeah.
I was like,
yo, the Soldier Boy era was crazy too. Franchise Boys and all them. Yeah, golly, man. I was in the military at that time, bro.
He bought everybody Reeboks. Man.
Wow. Big ass shirts and fitted hats. And no, they still wear do-rags back then.
They never tied them. They just would just hang. And nobody was like, "Yo, this is doing nothing for you, B." And then they would try to be like, just a towel would be it too. I was like, oh, okay.
But that's a great thing though about your career, because it seems like throughout all this time you've built a lot of good relationships.
That's the only reason I'm here. Like relationships.
And you changed the game in a sense too. Like in a lot of ways.
He did.
In so many different ways, bro.
It's when you indirectly do it organically without busting your ass, you don't look stupid. Like you're thirsty.
Yep.
Put on. I just let everything come to me. I let you can have a bad month, and then next month, holy shit, I'm with Denzel, and then the next month I'm just like, what's going on? I just let hip hop like fate me out, and then it led me to like hung out with Nelson Mandela, I did for Gaddafi.
Wow.
Prince of Monaco, shout out to Prince Albert, did my birthday 4 years in a row, and I had like George Benson and Pink and everybody eating dinner. Like it's like the weirdest, stupidest shit. But I felt like if I wasn't in my attic doing those blend tapes, and you read about these guys in history books, you read about these countries, you're in kindergarten, you're in kindergarten, that top every country like Africa, Peru, blah, blah, blah. And then now you realize, hey, I've been in every country. Why would I think that if I'm doing a blend tape at my house? Not even a mixtape, like a blend, like putting like R&B together, listening to Kid Capri, like wondering how he put this together. One of my favorite DJs was like Dirty Harry. Like he's the king of like blending and putting, and I was just like, yo, I want to be like this guy. But then fate had me hang out with Envy and Splash and DJ Clue, and then
that's a hell of a link chain of people that is like in the same area. I was like, y'all are supposed to be here at the same time.
That whole area was
that's like stars align type stuff.
We call it industry zone. So Nas used to be on there to get beats from Stretch, Mobb Deep, and then more to the left was Steve Stout. Did like more to the left. Russell Simmons used to be at the park doing heroin and all. I used to see the chess table, like doing all kinds of drugs. Yeah, I interviewed him before on it. He's like, yeah, I was there. I was doing everything you could think of. Like wild, dog. It's like it's really crazy. It's really crazy.
You've seen.
I was doing yoga, and
I've seen like so much, man. But the fact that I've been all over the planet like a few hundred times, and so now it's just like when you see me, I don't mind like giving you my information. There's nothing wrong with being humble. If you ask any DJ out there, I'm never like, get out of here.
My man's like one of the most accessible people I've like not say accessible, but like just like understanding, like easy, always been easy to talk to. Like since day one, it's like, oh my God, I feel like we just known each other for years.
I want to ask you, so what was that idea to get him to do the entrance with you? What was your idea? What was going on in your mind to make that happen, to invite him? I know the Flash thing, but about inviting him.
Like, what didn't you just happen to be over there? You about to like, you did a show the night before or something. And I was like, oh, you going to be in You gonna be in?
Oh
London?
yeah, that's right. I did. I had like a gig in New York, and then it was just a good coincidence where AB was like, "Yo, you want to come out? You know, with my boy Swerve." I was supposed to come out with you, and then when I got there, this is a fucked up shit. When I got there, Justin came. He gave me the paperwork, like the who's winning and losing, and then the scissor winning. You know,
that was New York.
Yeah, that was
just the New York one. But for Wembley, you just
the Wembley. I'm giving the New York one. I'm giving the New York one. This is the New York one.
Yeah.
The
Wembley
Arthur Ashe Arena was amazing. That was like like you gave me so many. Yeah, he gave me so many big looks. He even forgot about Arthur Ashe. But
I'm like, we did do that. He got the Arthur Ashe look this year.
Yeah,
he got to do that.
It was ridiculous, right? This gave me a list, and he's like, "Yo, these scissor motherfuckers gonna win. You should walk out with the scissor." So I was like, "Oh!" So I switched. I put Fabulous name on his shit. My shit. So it's funny because I come out with the scissor motherfuckers, and everybody's like, "Go yeah," screaming. I'm over here like this, like, yeah. Look at my tongue. I saw one. I was like. I did the same thing, but I had a mask. So I wanted to look like a wrestler. I like those Mexican masks.
Yeah.
I had a Haitian version. So,
so
I put the Haitian version on. So now he comes out with Fabulous, and everybody's like, boo. I was like,
Fab's like,
yeah, Fab is like, yo, what the, But
it looked right because like we was wearing the New York Knicks colors, and he just wearing the Knicks jersey. I was like, yo, what are the odds? So it kind of like fit. But like the Wembley though, you did like the O2 Arena the night before, and I was like, "Oh, you here?"
That's why it was a blessing to me because, like I said, this whole industry chose me. Like I've been did O2 with the Eminem thing and all the craziness. Now I found myself back in it, sold out again.
Yes, sir.
This guy,
Yeah.
and the cheat code of knowing Swerve is I get to see like straight up like this mother. Thing through Swerve at me, like I'm like literally on the gate and Thea Garment's like yeah, like I never thought the day like I always see like the Griselda homies they be,
West Side on the other
West Side's on the other side like humping like he was gyrating crazy with bad jewelry. It was like it was a wild.
Like we got way too many black people. Like
it was like we're the only black people in there. But it's crazy. It's like. You have to have that kind of experience to understand how real wrestling is. It's so physical. Like I can't believe Sting at his age could still do like half what I'm doing.
Wow.
And they threw your ass in a coffin. I felt bad for you, man. I was like, this motherfucker's still in there.
I was like, it's funny because I have him not tell me certain things because I just want to watch. He went in that car. I was like, man, I hope my dog breathing good. I hope he all right, man. Like you just automatically just human nature. Like they got some holes in that.
I was talking to Carmen. I was like, "Yo, they got a little oxygen tank in there for this nigga."
I was in that like.
Meanwhile, everybody's outside like.
But no, he's probably there like, "Hey, make sure y'all put my phone in there before I get in there."
I'm like, I'm gonna send some tweets. Got some battery life. I can save some battery if I turn my phone off every 6 hours.
Got a new beat in the email.
How do y'all balance out getting thrown against the gate where you don't get hurt? Like, I looked at it and it still looks.
It's a
crazy.
That's a solid gate too. That thing. If you're fans, if you had front row tickets and like front row seats to that joint, that thing don't move. Don't budge. It's like meant to hold fans back. So like we like find the pocket of it and just like boom. Like that's why we train our bodies the way we do. We supposed to take like those weird like blows to the body that you're not the normal person is not supposed to. That's why a lot of people say you can't do this. You can't just jump in and do this. You got to really do this for years so you can build up the callus for that. Like some people are like shout out to Logan Paul. He's doing his thing, but there's a reason why he doesn't match and he has to take a break for a little bit and doesn't match and then takes a break because like doing that overnight takes years to develop that type of it takes years to develop that type of physicality on your body. Your knees are sore, your ankles sore, but there's parts of your body that's just sore that you don't even know, and then your body gets marked up a lot very easily. Like your first couple of years, but then like after a while, you're just like it's just used to it. It's like it's Tuesday night.
I can't get like a Batman suit if I want to be a wrestler. Like
I would yes, I would. I want the chocolate the chocolate Travis Scott Batman suit that he wore on that one night of
Oh my
Halloween.
God, you had the brown Travis Scott.
Yeah,
Like,
with the chocolate Lambo mat to match. I want you in that.
You gotta be like damn Don Cheadle and Iron Man or some shit, bro. Like dead ass, like a real ass protector suit, bro. My black ass man, I got one power bomb and I'm doing the power bomb.
Lift me if you can.
I am not happening. No, I swear I haven't told you. I can't tell you how many people have asked me, like, so Teaser, when you going through a table? I'm like, never.
Yeah, all right, yeah.
Teaser tell me don't go through a table, take a chair shot. No, I ain't doing that. Are you crazy? No.
There's been a lot of celebrity smashes through tables that are so funny, man. Like this, I think when Snoop got, did he get?
He did. He went through. He did a
Machine Gun
dive.
Kelly was the funniest one though. Like,
It's funny when like celebrities get in. That's all they want to do. They want to go to the table.
no, really,
That's all they want to do.
Nah,
Every person that comes to the back, like, yo, I want to hit somebody with a chair and go put somebody through a table. Like, I talked to Duke Deuce. He hit me up. He was like, yo, you think I could 3D someone through a table? I'm like, man, they just got to sign a waiver. You got to, like, it's not just, you just go through tables.
You had Rick Ross. They didn't try to throw his ass through the table.
No, they wanted to. He wanted. He was ready though. He was ready to come back and go. Yeah, he was ready to go back and like he was like because he did the accusations thing. And he was like, yeah, next time I want to freaking, yeah. And that's like, we had that little backstage clip. We never aired it, but I had it on my phone. Just throwing the knee, like, yeah. He's like, that's like a little test. Like, let's see if he can pass this throwing a knee. Can you get past the low knee? Can you get that? But man.
I mean, there's one guy that wants to with you and he shouted it out on TMZ. Maybe it'll come to light one day.
I can't.
Waka Flocka is ready to you up.
Yo, come on, bro.
He's a big guy, man.
Show him my last match. See if he still want it.
Yeah, okay. Man.
Like, I went through barbed wire boards, bro.
I'll show you Waka Flocka in the early 2000s. This guy was like beef everywhere he was at.
Yeah.
I think wrestling should be nothing for him, man.
You would think. You would think. I seen people tear ligaments just jumping off the ropes, bro.
Nah.
You would think.
Your boy performing at the Wembley before he goes. I'm like, damn, it's like some new shit now. I would never thought that I would see that. Usually when they did like that, it was like a joke. Like
Yes.
Like somebody singing or somebody got a rap song. But now it's some serious.
It's serious. It's changing. The guard is changing.
That's why I want to do a full mixtape with you or something, man. Let's get AEW.
Please.
Tell Tony to just get us like some AEW chains. You know?
That can be done. That can be done.
That'd be fire.
I don't even like going through AW. I like doing it myself, so I got the gratitude from it.
Oh, really?
That's why I do all my stuff
You're
myself.
like a Whoo Kid. You're like a wrestling Whoo Kid.
Well, dog, that's why we linked. That's
great.
why we kind of connected because like we just
fire.
do it our own stuff. We just like, man, like let Tony worry about the show. Like we will hit up Tony when we need to. Like if it's dire, he'll be there. But like I want to do it myself. Self-made.
But I with AEW, man, for them giving me like a hookup where I could just be on like national television in front of like 100 million people.
Man, they
And it's
no
like a
better
hookup.
publicity than that. 'Cause that's a different type of
it's
publicity. You know what I mean? That's a good resource to have on your belt because not everybody gets to do that. You know what I mean?
You walk in the airport and people were like, "Yo, I just saw you, mate. Like, yo, the bloody Whoo Kid." Like, I was like, I was in London, like, I was in like Heathrow, like, I just bloody saw you. I was like, what? Really? I was like, yeah, man, yeah, mate.
80,000 people. All of them had a phone. All of them was like watching.
Crazy.
Everybody was sharing stuff. I still get tagged and stuff to this day from that night,
That was
man.
historical, and I'm glad they're doing it. They already got the contract to do it next year.
Yeah,
So,
I'm finally on the poster this year too.
fire, yo.
Fire.
Like a year out, I'm on the poster.
Hey, those UK kids was going crazy when we walked out. You can't walk outside, bro. Like this guy was like, "Let's go." He got his little suitcase, like, "Yeah, stripper and shit." I was like, bro, get out of here, man. So we walking outside, everybody's
Booty
chasing
case.
him, like doing all the dances, all the. I'm like, bro, you can't walk outside, bro. Like, this is not cool, man. Like, even when I walked in front of their hotel, like where all the wrestlers was at,
They had a fence.
chaos, like
Yeah.
outside. Like
It's going to be bigger next year. Like it's going to be a bigger like. Oof! I can't wait. It's going to be legendary. I can't wait to.
Get a date, and then we're gonna like get some.
It's already out.
Get the big UK artists to come through.
It's already out. I'll say the word. Bro.
Gigs, get Skepta, get.
This year I want the top. With the top of the stage, Jericho at the top. I'm like, no, I want that. Now I want this year. This year's mine. Jericho, you killed it. You did your thing. Fozzy, woo, do it. Nah, I want the top stage.
You do like a romance fight at the end, like fighting for like an hour and then make up. Like
I ain't gonna do nothing like that. I ain't fighting for my brother. I ain't fighting for my brother and my friends. No, I want compensation. I want
kissing at the end. And
it was like,
but I ain't gonna front. Everybody, it was intense. Everybody was watching.
It was quite intense,
bro. Even crazy. In where the food court or whatever, everybody was like this, like wait for like the last.
Oh,
come on, like
it was a soap opera, man, going on in that main event. Shout out Cole, shout out MJF for the first ever main event of All In. Y'all, nobody could take that from y'all, but y'all some romantic mother. I will say that it was beautiful.
Yeah, my dog got next year. How about that?
I'm taking that next year.
My dog got main event next year. Let's go.
And we got Ospreay on contract now.
Be a world champ, man.
Oh, it's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming. It's coming.
Shh, but it's coming. That's all I'll say. Just keep watching.
You know, I didn't know that you got to give the belt back. I thought you keep like obviously.
Oh, you can. You can. Some people don't like travel because it's like more weight in your bag and stuff. But like they.
Oh, but so you have all the belts that you won.
Yeah, I got them.
Oh, okay. I thought you give the actual physical belt.
They got to make another copy and then they send it to you. Mine came like 6-7 months after I had the tag title, but now I have it at the house now.
Get the world championship, man.
I don't want it until I win it though.
Yeah, but we'll get the chains.
Oh, that's fire.
But like, remember we said this, right?
Absolutely, we said this on the podcast, episode 69.
You know how this works.
We
say it. We got
Peter Marco, my jeweler. You hear this, Peter
November
Marco?
25th, 2023.
Rodeo Drive.
Let's do it.
Publicity.
Let's do it.
Discount.
Man.
Who's the youngest in AEW now? The youngest.
Probably Nick Wayne. Nick Wayne and
like 17 or something.
Yeah, 18. Him and Billy Starks. 18 years old. And he just did a pay-per-view match with Adam Copeland. Sting.
Oh, he's the one they bodied on the car. And the glass was everywhere.
No. No, that was Jack Perry and Hook. Yeah.
Oh wow.
He's young.
He's young too. Then he looks crazy.
We got a lot of young studs on this roster, bro. A lot of young guys. Like they're set for like the next 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I gotta start hanging with these guys.
Yeah.
I know they follow me. Like,
I gotta throw Nick Wayne your way, bro.
Let's go, man.
Yeah, Nick Wayne is a firecracker,
put me
bro.
On, man. Put me in, coach.
Let's go. That boy is a firecracker. He's already doing pay-per-view matches with legends. So shout out Nick Wayne.
Shout out, man.
I hate you.
Swerve put me on with Nick. Man.
I hate that kid. No, I hate that kid.
Who do you hate now the most though? Like
Nick Wayne. Nobody. I hate that little bastard. He's the youngest man to ever take a title from me, from the Defy title. I hate him so much. But he's someone you need to interview.
You ever reversed it? Like, you ever reversed it on purpose? You ever hear them Hulk Hogan stories where he's like, that I'm winning today?
Oh, yeah. Like, I wrestled in a firehouse with this one asshole that was like, it was like a falls count anywhere. You can pin anywhere in the arena. But it's like, I say arena. It was like literally a firehouse, like the poles right there.
Really? No.
Yeah, I swear to God. And he was trying to like, I'm not a fan of like food and getting all that on you and stuff like that. So he tried to take like this hot dog and like
a glizzy,
yeah, or like a mustard and stuff, getting me on. I'm like no. I was like, I'm mad.
Smack the glizzy.
I was like, no. Or then he tried to throw it at me. I was like,
no for me, sir.
Yeah, I'm like, black folks don't usually do these type of matches, so you can't be doing that all the time.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. And we about to roll out of here. We got to get back up to Orlando before nightfall.
Of course, and are you coming back, man? Coming back?
I would love to come back, but that's like 3 hours, bro. 4 hours. We start the convo. He don't want me to leave. That's how I like it, bro.
Yeah, man.
But we gonna link up definitely on like the shows because.
Good luck on the 30th. I'm gonna be in Vegas doing Tao nightclub, but you're gonna be at work.
As per usual.
You winning or you losing?
I win every night. I win every night.
Do they do betting on wrestling too? Can I bet?
We literally have DraftKings on the canvas.
It's DraftKings?
Yeah, it's literally on the canvas as in the ring.
Oh,
sponsored by DraftKings.
So can I call you? You tell me if you win or lose?
Always bet on the dub. Like, throw it up. If I can put 20,000 more.
That's hilarious.
Parlay.
I gotta get you on this because I know you be having mad crazy kicks.
Oh yeah.
So shout out to Just for Kicks podcast.
I know them. They are dope.
Yeah, you need
They
to
are
come
so
on that
fire.
show.
Please.
Bring like the best pair of sneakers with some wrestling collabo or.
I actually bring my wrestling boots because they're actually fashion boots.
Oh,
but I just wear them for the ring. Yeah,
That's dope.
And I get them for free because like shout out Legend Footwear for like they every time I was like, I need a new pair of boots, they send me 2 like brand new.
Oh, get out of here.
Yeah, they're pretty fire.
Can I wear them like regularly?
You can wear them regularly. They're fashion boots. I just happen to just like
Not
wear
gonna
them.
think I'm Conan or anything like that.
No, they're not egregious like up here. like that. No knee high boots. They not nothing crazy. Not looking like Gene Simmons and that like that. But no, like they're like casual like fashion wear
That's
boots.
hilarious.
I just like them because they feel like sneakers. They don't feel like a boot. They're very light, so I can
Well, all
But
right.
yo, who can want a pair of boots, bro? Hook me up.
Shout out to your boy, good old from DC, Wale Mania. They already
Oh,
got me.
Wale.
They want me to host it this year, like DJ.
Oh, you're gonna have fun. You gonna have fun. I don't know if I'm gonna go. I don't like Philly like that.
Oh, you don't like Philly?
I lived in Philly for a year. I was like, I'm not a.
Yeah, I got a couple of invites. It's gonna be a no for me, boss.
Yeah, this year I'm gonna take it.
I don't know.
I got Meek Mill coming through and everything.
I do want to.
Nah, no Meek Mill. Don't say
Yeah, Meek's like what that motherfucker say? You know I don't like wrestling like that.
You be like, hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I'm like, nah, I'm good, man.
No, dog.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see.
You
We'll
might
see.
change your mind. You never
We'll
know.
see.
You let me
We'll
know if you pulling up, I'll pull.
The only reason, the only reason I might show up, my
no.
kids is like an hour away, and I can see my kids.
Okay.
But like maybe I'll take my daughters to Wale Mania. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe.
Wally Man is usually Thursday, right? Thursday,
Sure.
Friday.
Sure.
I'll pull up that day and then I'll dip because you know.
Like, I'm taking my kids to Wale Mania because they're old enough to go and actually know music and stuff. So maybe I'll roll up.
I met everybody. You met every wrestler, right? Almost every wrestler.
I never met Austin. That's the one I haven't met. I've like literally had conversations with Dwayne. I've had conversations. I've like asked questions with Cena a bunch of
That's
times.
Dwayne, man. He's mad cool with me too. Man.
He's a good dude. He's a good dude. Him and Cena. I had
I seen a freestyle. I remember I played it for you. You were like, "The hell." I had,
like, bruh.
I had John Cena freestyle. Like I played it for him.
Put that on the tape.
He was like-
You ever use it on the tape, or you just?
It was like 1 + 1 = 2, and I know you, and it's real like steel, and I'm gonna peel the apple with the rapple.
So he's like, "Yo, you ever saw a black man like this? Like
I got it. I was like,
it was crazy. He like Nick Cannon for like 10 seconds. I was about to throw a turban on his.
Whoo Kid, a wild boy. You're a wild boy.
the subject matter is taking me.
But this is what I'm talking about, man. But we're good, man. Thank you for having me, man.
Of course, no. Thank you for taking the time
Anytime
out,
you want
bro.
to come on Who's House, you are Who's House.
I've been on that
I'm
twice
Who's House.
already,
Yeah.
bro.
But you are Who's House, so it's.
That only makes sense, bro.
And then, I just found out, and I did the
Rams?
the Rams thing. So I'm at the Rams thing with Gunna, and then I heard Who's House. I was like, "Yo, it's Swerve in here. It's Swerve is in there." He texted me. He's watching. He's in the game. He's in the football game. I'm like, "Yo, what is going on?" I'm here with Gunna, and then Swerve. I just heard Who's House, and then Swerve just texted me like, "Yo, I'm in here. Where you at?"
That was wild.
He saw me on the thing with Gunna. Like we're on the screen.
Like, oh, snap.
Going crazy, gyrating. I Gunna like, you know, like all the haters. He's like, "Yo, what the? I just saw you on that.
Yeah.
You on TV, like, yo,
yeah, that was 8 hours ago, I was like getting
you can't
bloody.
make this shit up, man.
You can't.
You
Can't make that.
Like we were meant to like link
Who's
up. bro.
House, man?
Hilarious, bro. But
Thank
you
you,
know,
man.
as always, man, check us out. This is Whoo Kid, man. Who's House? Check him out on Cherry 45. Check out on social media. He's booking clubs. He's doing festivals. He's
Got my own strain.
got his own strain. Like
Houdini.
man. He's doing his thing, bro. He's a big uncle, friend of mine, brother.
Hot
you
boxing.
name him.
Catch
Hot
me on
boxing with Mike Tyson. We were supposed to talk about that. We didn't even get to that, but that's cool.
I gotta come back, right?
We gotta come
That's
back.
another
Gotta
show
come
right
back.
there.
Gotta
There's
come
many
back.
stories.
I think I'll bring Mike Tyson.
Please
Please bring
Please
it.
bring
I'll bring
Mike.
Fuck
Shout
me,
out Mike, man.
Nobody cares about me. I'll bring Mike, man.
Yo, Mike Tyson on the podcast coming up soon, bro. Yo, TZ, you got anything to add, brother?
Yes, man. Make sure, man, you go on all digital platforms, man. Stream my brother's album, You Couldn't Be Me. Make sure you stream that song I got with Rich Boy out on all platforms right now. Make sure you check out everything that we have going on while Whoo Kid throws up his gang signs.
No, I'm scissoring.
Oh, you're scissoring. Oh, not gang sign. Sorry, guys. I didn't see what I'm at the corner of my peripheral. Make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel, Swerve City Podcast. Subscribe. Show love to everything we got going on. You know, we have many more great episodes coming. This is one of my favorites we've ever done. We've done a lot in these 5-6 years, but this dude is hilarious, yo. Shout out to Whoo Kid for coming on, episode 69. Many more to come, my brother.
Yeah, be confident in everything you do.
Wash your ass.
And do your homework. We out.
Keep it saucy.